Academy League. We're on air, and we are on the Rift, baby.
I like this decision. Feels like Lucian was struggling to Anivia a little bit. Maybe not right away, but later on. And the Scion can just kind of, like you said, E the wave and then roam around. And Anivia is a notoriously poor roamer. So I do like the... I shouldn't say I like the idea.
Doesn't migrate very well.
Yeah. I don't know if I like the what Team Liquid has done from a team comp perspective, but I at least understand, I think, where they're coming from with this idea. Also, Anivia, if you go banner first, it'll be hard for Anivia to wave clear that. And Anivia is mostly known as a great wave clear champion who stalls out mid lane, which is what one of her big strengths is. It's just so hard to break the game open against her. But hey, I got some that don't take damage from AP sources, so great.
Yep. Boom. All right. Eyes on the spires this game. Eyes on minion dematerializers, DMATs. Are we upgrading our nomenclature?
See, so I like DMATs as a term better, but DMs is funnier.
It's because it hits home.
Yeah.
It is.
Everyone can relate. Even if you don't watch League.
That is, don't be something that kills a meme, though.
That's true.
Right?
You can overdo it.
You can overdo it. The 1+1. Levi starting at red with a little help of Kaizen, as we would expect. Let's see if he heads straight down. Definitely a little quicker here than hard on the top side with the damage coming through.
Yeah, you can expect that Skarner pick to clear a couple seconds faster, get onto that Scuttle Crab first, make some moves on the map. Mickey playing this very aggressive, getting that auto in against Linsanity, the shout.
Freeze! No damage there. Actually, he gets stuck in those caster minions for quite a bit, so they even out HP on that run. Over to Wolf Camp, so it looks like a pretty hard clear here from Levi as he goes from camp to camp. They know they're not getting any pressure from the junglers, so they'll wait. He says, on to my spire, please. Come fight me here.
Gonna farm very quickly.
Yep.
Interesting path here. After grabbing the wolves, actually cutting into the river to get that Scuttle Crab right away. Make sure he's not gonna get contested on his buffs at all.
Like it.
Nice
Fast
little clear there.
Gets himself back in. Full clear for Levi. Pressure in mid. Linsanity needs to keep himself safe. He can't be calling for help right now, if that's going to happen. Same kind of thing here for Hard. He gets the bot. Doesn't have smite up for these guys, so he's going to wait to just take down big Krugs. Nice and slow. Raptors are still up for him, so he's probably got something to do with those. Levi may head towards bot side. It doesn't look like they're going to let it bounce off the turret, though, so they stay safe.
Yeah, it's a good decision by Team Liquid Academy's bot lane, not playing super aggressive, actually, despite what many people would say is the better matchup. If you play really aggressive, you end up push down that bot lane. Both junglers start on the top side, and Skarner clears faster. The concern is that you get ganked by a level 4 Skarner 3.5 minutes into the game. Not going to be too fun. So playing it conservatively for a good reason early on.
Ooh. Dang.
There's that Skarner, or Scion mid. People talk about how good it is in the top lane when you can kind of just shout minions at your opponent with Arcade Combat. Even better in the mid lane against a squishy opponent in a shorter lane, so you don't get punished as the immobile champion for being pushed up this far.
He knows this is just the egg break in 0 mana. He actually takes 2 turret shots. He's going to be careful here, as he knows Levi is going to be hungry for that one. Predator as well, so Levi's going to be moving fast here. Not an aftershock Skarner. He is looking to get in and get the kill off the first play.
We'll have to see if he's able to get the kill here. Mickey a little bit too far up in the laning.
Oh! Wow. That was the big flash there. If he actually even got connected with it, that was a catch for Levi. So Predator down and a flash down for Mickey.
And Mickey is one of these players who's clearly one of the most talented players in all of Academy, but has a tendency to make mistakes. And there you see why he's so good. He understands that the Skarner is going to run at him and then shoot a point blank E. And if he flashes early, Skarner will shoot the E where he flashes too. So he waits for the last possible second for the Skarner to E and then flashes away. Very well played by Mickey. But now he has no flash.
This will be much easier for Linsanity once he hits 6. He's just like, I need to get these minions cleared right now. An easy back, 34 to 25. Still some there for Linsanity to clean up, so not behind too much, but Mickey will get it back and TP back to lane. D-Mats still on Joey, but Linsanity using a few to keep that lane pushed up for himself early.
Yeah, and it's understandable, like I said, in certain matchups where you're going to get shoved in a lot to be a little bit more liberal with your usage of them. You're not going to be the one who walks up to minions late game anyways, as Anivia probably, to use a dematerializer on a banner buffed up Baron Siege creep. So I can understand your mid laner not being the one who's holding on to the charges too much. And as much as that back was kind of forced by Mickey, he did get his tier off that first back. So Linsanity's doing just fine in the matchup.
Makes things quite easy to just keep the Qs flowing in the game. Still has Egg Nivea too, so passive there, as you're saying. Ooh. Comet, though, just wreaking havoc with the extra bits of damage. Out of potions again for the second time. Linsanity's only a quarter done with his teleport and already getting pushed back into his lane. This is rough. As well, Levi's kind of, as we said before, not trying to repair this lane at all. Just kind of stay alive as long as possible. Cheeky little wall. But now Linsanity has to be a little bit more afraid about this lane.
I actually think the way Mickey did that was a little incorrect. Linsanity probably wanted to get egged in that situation because now his HP bar is back up to full, and you don't need to worry about like a dive coming in and then getting egged while you're like in that form. So it's one of those things where you use your passive not as a way to stay alive in a fight, but as a way to regen in lane is a way to think about it. So he does lose that resource. Mickey did force, and he's clearly still pretty healthy in the laning phase, but Linsanity was able to hang around a little bit longer because that happened underneath his own turret with no minions around.
Checking items around the map. Oh, hello. Oh, it's just Wyatt. I was like, whoa. Oh, yeah, that's right. Unsealed spellbook. Things like that happen now. 3 teleports on the map, though, that means here to start off the game. So if those do come up in the next few minutes, there's a quick play around level 8-9 here that we can see coming in from 100 Thieves. Levi looking to make a little noise mid lane once again. Predator is up, Predator is on. There's the flash, there's the grab, but it is a tanky Scion. What does he choose to get out of this one? He chooses crowd control, and then the call of his jungler. Mickey alive, the burn is on, but so is the heal. Mickey's gonna live. How about that?
Mickey doesn't even have to trade in his passive form. He gets his W cooldown up just in time. Now the bot lane wants a piece of the action.
They're flashing in. Oh, pie to the face! He lets it hit Rakara. Wyan ducks just short of getting hit himself. And he could have kept the 80 carry alive, but Wyan makes it out.
Whoa, big play there by Team Liquid. They find 3 quick kills up to 1,500 gold lead off a 2v2 in the mid lane.
Yeah.
Starts good for 100 Thieves, but Linsane does not have the mana to actually combo his skills together here. So the flash ult pulls him in. You see the Q stun, the second stun by Levi there. But then once that's out, it's just auto attacks. If he just could have had an E for the damage, maybe they could have killed him, but not quite the case. Then Levi has his damage cut. He's trying to finish him off. But the Corrupting Pot was ticking against the W cooldown, and because the junglers are showing in the mid lane, this counter-pick bot lane of TLA can finally get very aggressive. Not able to dodge out, and Rakara goes down.
Quick moves for TLA to start off early. 3-0, 2K gold lead, and they say, hey, my ult's not even up, but let's dive bot lane. The crowd control is there for Braum, but wait, Hard is here. Teleports are coming in from all over the map, and it's about to be a party on the bot side. Viper's there to look for Rakara. They turn now on to Kaizen, who's very low. Rakara's gonna go down with the culling, and that means they lose Levi. He just got back onto the map. I'm sorry, they lose Kaizen.
Levi's gonna die soon too.
Levi will die soon, who just got back onto the map. I was just a bit ahead of myself.
You are just a prophet, Riv. You saw that play coming. The collapse by Team Liquid Academy, able to answer that dive that was going on in the bot lane.
Why are you standing in that? Ouch.
And that went from bad to worse real quick, from 3-0 to 7-1. Now with 3,000 gold lead, Infernal going to be taken by Team Liquid Academy. And this game is going south quick.
Yeah, what a topsy-turvy start there for 100 Thieves to have so many.
Oh my god.
Gets the flash in with the W. Makes me feel like a little bit of old Scion when you get killed with a shield like that. Quick hit to the ground, almost getting so decimated that he dies, and he does! Tormented Soil does a little bit of extra damage, and even now, bot lane is getting these roams on simple kills around the map, which is just going to escalate things out of control.
We talk about Team Liquid Academy having this crazy scrappy playstyle. When an enemy team opts into it as well, crazy stuff like this happens. Hard's already collapsing down. They're able to keep Shoryu alive long enough that this dive kills Wyan on its own. The teleport comes in, then they're split. So Rakara is one of the main damage threats on one side, Hard's on the other. Kaizen's gonna die just to Hard being so tanky. Now it's a 1v3 for Levi. Joey's collapsing, has nowhere to go, just runs in circles before dropping.
For a moment he's there like, is there any better decision? No, there wasn't.
Yeah, you can see almost the thought process in the micro. Just like, where do I go? Where do I go? Oh, I'm just dead.
It's always happens. You got to do any scenario possible. It's like, no, they're going to give it over right away. They say, we need Linsanity to be big. This is not going to be Levi's carry. Cinderhulk on that skirmisher still looking for predator moves, and Flash and his ult being up are going to be huge here for them to just kind of pick apart Team Liquid Academy, because the full-on fights are not in their favor on the side of 100 Thieves right now.
No, absolutely not. Interesting to see Mickey going for the Abyssal Mask first instead of going for the Banner of Command first. Feels strong in the 1v1. Also has a Dark Seal stacking up, so he's a lot stronger than he probably anticipated to be. So if you're that strong, go for a greedier, higher damage build. Don't go for the Banner of Command. You have so much more influence on this map now that you can absolutely destroy Linsanity.
That was the combo. In Linsanity's combo did not affect the shield of Mickey. They're going to be able to put the damage down, and it looks like they just kind of walk out of the storm. Levi may be able to get an ult in, but they don't have the following damage. He doesn't want to start that fight right now.
No, it was nice of him to get that stun proc, but as soon as he gets it, Levi's like, all right, I'm gone. I was just showing I could do it.
We still got some camps to clean up. Bottom, then towards the top, but he was just kind of getting denied on his Raptor. So not something you see a lot, that Levi's jungle is being taken away from him. Quick Blade of the Rune King active goes down. The flash for Viper was just used to kill Rikara on the bot side, so we won't have that for this time.
We'll get this opponent's flash, though, set the next one potentially. Press the attack. Lucian doing some work there. You get the auto into your double tap passive, and then makes your Cullen just do that much more damage.
So much focus on Levi's jungle here to start things out of picks and bans. Still a good pick on Skarner, yet it just turns around in that first gank in the mid lane. And usually those are the ganks you see Levi getting away with a sliver of health, doing something crazy. But Mickey made it out with a double kill first blood, and that has just swung things.
Yeah, I actually still would say I liked 100 Thieves draft.
Yeah,
speaking.
absolutely.
But TLA with the counter pick focus, kind of that CLG style that we saw in the last game. Just dominate your lanes. They have all three pushing winning lanes with the Sejuani jungle, and you see how devastating that is in the early game.
Hard able to get in between the turret and 100 Thieves now. It just kind of shows you slow loss of map control when really the roams aren't coming yet from Levi or Linsanity. They have to wonder where Mickey is because he has a bit more control over the lane. These little aspects are in favor of Team Liquid here with such a lead to start off 13 minutes in. Could be a TP behind. Not really going to be a thing, though.
Yeah, kind of pinged out there like, oh, they might be able to do this.
I want this. Linsanity says yes, but no. They wait.
Yeah, they can play it slow. You can see they're pressuring all three lanes, so they will take these turrets. No reason to overextend in a situation to go for that.
Good wards forward here for Team Liquid Academy. They know that they can have their bot lane go a little bit harder onto this turret. Good guy, Joey. 3 gold down to the bot side. Is Shoryu the only death in the game? Still getting love from his team. It's all right. Can't hate him too much.
Reported
for feeding. 107 to 98. Still Rikara, pretty good CS for Tristana to get out of lane, even if they are a bit low with how much action was going on down there. Usually you want a few more waves.
Yeah, Rikara, we've kind of been singing his praises all split long as the guy who was holding this team together while waiting for Levi to show up. Also having a decent game with how much attention there's been down there in the bot lane, but Levi has not been able to get off the ground on the Skarner pick. Like you said, first couple ganks did not work out. And now action in the mid lane.
Corrupted chains of corruption hitting. Oh my word, crowd control. The best CC is death, and that's what they will now give to Agnivia. Linsanity goes down. His plays from the mid will not be helping for the moment. 0-3 and 0 as he still tries to charge up.
And methinks Varus is a good pick in this meta. He has good laning phase, builds Ginsu's Rage Blade for a good one-item power spike, and has an ultimate to start fights out there. So immobile mid lane mage, you go for the pickoff on him. This allows you to hopefully take his turret in a second. But instead they have a rotated Rikara in the mid lane. So
that close range Ashe.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. When you want that Ashe pick, yeah, there you
go with the better version of it.
And then one of the most missed ultimates in the game.
I wonder if that's true.
It's up there. Chain of Corruption is absolutely up there as one of the most whipped ults.
It's funny too because it's such a simple, like, aim it at them, press R, goes pretty quick, like, decent missile speed. But it's just some reason you get so excited when you go for it.
quick control over Dragon means Team Liquid Academy looks to grab another Infernal here in 5 seconds. They won't find too much pressure from 100 Thieves, and Levi already heading towards the top side of the map.
Yeah, you talk about this game ending quickly as if the kills and turrets weren't enough. Hey, how about an Infernal Dragon? Everyone's going to be happy from that one, aside for Sejuani, I guess. Everyone else that's confused. Hard starting it off, but sure you coming down to help out.
Now we see why they banned the Scion the other game. It's just, it was pretty decent before everything. Now he's great.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because Golden Glue gets all the credit for breaking it out first yesterday, gets it banned against him, but Mickey's playing it too. I wonder which of the two was the first one to really break that thing out in scrim.
That's true. Very true. Maybe Golden Glue saw it in scrims.
Yes, yeah,
right.
I know this, but he gets all the credit. He did it yesterday.
Over the wall, Unbreakable is there, but is it true? Stand aside, Lynn Sanity, to show that he is unbreakable. He gets himself back to safety. Both of those Infernals were picked up, so that extra damage coming through. Soul Shackles completely separating the team, but Joey's also able to get the kill. Very nicely done onto Levi. He is having a rough game right now on the Skarner pickup. The push won't be too quick here for Team Liquid. A good wave clear on the side of 100 Thieves, but it's only a matter of time before they reach the turret.
And they summoned Shelly as well. They want to keep this team here from the mid lane. Probably going to be able to grab 2 turrets here off that one pickoff. 100 Thieves just don't have any way to fight. They're 10k gold down. 17 minutes in the game. 2 Infernal Drakes down. A third one on the way. They just have no possible way of fighting here.
What a crazy way to start things off and continue them. How fast can they keep it going is the question. Usually teams can understand, get themselves into a good roll, but know that second tier turrets are a little too far. We don't have that vision. They might be able to lock us up. The Team Liquid play around that and keep it going.
And talking about not having vision, Y in there on a bit of a solo warding duty. Still gets out, but Joey just pulls the trigger himself. See how coordinated Team Liquid are when they decide they want blood. All of them going underneath that turret at the same time. TP comes in, and then it's off for the second turret with the Rift Herald usage in the mid lane. Now it's that awkward moment where you have 2.5 minutes before the next major objective, waiting for that Baron buff to spawn, so you kind of just hang out, keep the pressure up. You have all 3 winning lanes, get vision control, and just hope the enemy team walks a little bit too far forward.
Yep. Like, whoever can focus on this part of the game and get to squeeze the most out of it. Super, super good if you're in the lead. Don't let it stall out. Don't let these waves crash into 100 Thieves. Obviously won't make them too strong, but what's the next move? Right now, Team Liquid Academy is pushing up mid to force down bot as the waves are already in order, helping them out quite a bit.
Yeah, they can push in the mid wave so far with the lack of a turret there. Scion's going to take that mid wave. They're going to 3-man the bot lane. They don't have a TP because Viper TP'd under that turret, so he's going to be split up on the top side here. Kaizen Dove has his teleport, but there's no deep wards here, so they're just going to dive.
Good wall. Gonna stop it hard in his place. Shots from Shoryu still focused onto the turret as YN looks to get that shield up and save a bit of damage. It's only going to take one more wave for that to go down. Mickey in the 1v1 in mid with a split. The 1-1-3 for TLA right now.
And we see the Banner of Command completed on the Morgana pick. Because of the AP that it gives, it's actually pretty interesting of an item for mage supports. I mean, we always compare it with tanks because of the resist, but you can build it on, you know, a couple different styles of champions here. And in the bot lane, if early game continues to be super important in the meta, I would not be surprised to see more focus on champions like Morgana, who can build AP, build this item after winning laning phase. Maybe Lulu's come back into the meta, who knows?
I'd love to see that. Let's go. Don't even have banner up yet. We're 19 and a half into the game. They're able to finish that, or Baron up. We have banners up, I should say. Joey finished that about 18 minutes in. Let's see where they decide to use it already. Down towards that bot side as they continue to push in. Viper setting up dinner for 2 on the top. Kaizen obliges. Viper says, you know, I'm going to stand you up. I'll head out of here. They have good vision that moves up, so if they take kind of a elongated fight, goes coast to coast, they can see through the river, but they can't take it for long. Seems like TLA is always just behind the next door.
Yeah, they do have that pink ward that scouted out Levi as well, clearing that one, so Viper knows that it's not just a date for 2.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Insanity.
Oh, he walked back into it. He had his team on the top. Few bits of damage. Throws the storm down on himself. Flashes away from hard as he swings the flail and then the glacial prison. They're going to look to scramble up Linsanity on this one. The flash is down, and so is Linsanity. He is not having a good game, and the focus from TLA knows it. They continue to get him.
Ooh, a little bit over-eager there on the side of Shoryu. I was about to say how they still have 1 or 2 engaged tools left up on Team Liquid Academy, so they can force this Baron buff down and still turn off. A lot harder now that Shoryu's ult is down. They're still going to start it off. Levi does not have flash. If they're tracking this one, they should know that there's no way for him to get into the pit, and Mickey just has to stop Levi from getting close. And there he goes.
Right down the train tracks. They have YN on one side. He flashes away, can stand by his team, but he can't get the distance. Actually taking a few turret shots as he gets to his safety. Levi slowed by the shout. What a hit from Mickey to continue one more kill. That's the one they needed to go back to the objective.
Mickey's accuracy with those is pretty crazy. Just doinked Linsanity over and over in the mid lane with it. Now using it for CC to find a pickoff on the enemy. Jungler, excuse me, no smite available now. There is still a flash beast, so they have to be careful.
They're a magnet to these Qs from Mickey. He hits it over and over again. Hit confirming Joey's dark binding. Oh, the Aerie takes him out in the end. The YN goes down after getting himself to safety in the previous fight. Now it's the locked up Kaizen. That's the tank. And he is down, as they couldn't even have Levi in this fight from previously going down before.
And during that, 2
Oh boy,
stay on the Baron. They decide, you need only 3 men. Get the kills. 100 Thieves trying to find a consolation prize. Ricaro wants this. But Joey's here. Not going to get a dragon on Joey's watch.
Joey says, hey, let's share a cup of coffee. Gets over the walls. Oh, he flashes with him. You got to be kidding. Puts himself with Levi.
Oh.
Up, down, all around. It's the bounce house. But Mickey just kind of a quick pat on the head sets him right back down near the blast cone as he misses the next Q. How are they all over the map every second of the game right now? It's crazy.
Yeah, hard. Got the Baron recall off on the top side. He runs down. They're going to grab this Infernal. Excellent timing on the Q by Mickey to really cut Ricaro out of the air from that blast cone. And Joey, being an aggressive support that he's known to be, flashing the wall to pick that fight.
These games feel rough. You see, even in that last blue play there, 0 mana. Joey's pushing down mid lane right now. They have so much control that they can just continue.
He's got mana flow banned up right now. Let him go.
He's great. One more ability.
Yeah. Got everything he needs. And
Yep, bearing it up.
Oh, there's the
There
big
he
one.
is.
I wonder if they end the game with that creep.
We're actually going to need to get a wider camera view if we keep having these Baron minions. No, I'm just kidding. We got the view of everything. And there are the kills coming in. Quick work of the defense on the bot side of the map with still 2 minutes left to make work of the Nexus turrets at 19-1.
And this is what we're talking about, Jat and I. Once you take an inhib, it's no longer a need to back off. Look how much damage that creep does. If they can't get to it, you just win the game. So you don't need to take all 3 inhib turrets anymore or anything like that. Just let that thing push on its own. Just protect it.
Honestly, a good thing for Thresh. But you don't pick Thresh just to hook a minion closer to the turret. But I can't think of really anything else. Maybe Talia push. You can get that minion towards the turret.
Blitz
can hook it, right? But you got to get there all the way with Blitz and hope they're not initiating once your hook is down out of not having that power. And there goes YN. He gets taken down as a Nexus to shortly follow after 21-1. Almost a perfect game as Team Liquid Academy